Hi guys, my name is Jody.
I'm Kylie.
I'm Hazel.
I'm Jalen Baker.
I am 30 years old.
I am 31 years old.
I'm 27.
I am 20-something, reporting live here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Dating in Atlanta can be hard. That's why we've created Got Chemistry. Step into the lab, do an experiment, and see if you can find a match. We're gonna bring our next eligible bachelor into the lab. Come on in. All right. Okay. What is your name?
Jalen,
Okay, how old are you, Jalen?
31.
Nice. What do you do for work?
I work in, I guess freelance with film. I do a lot of videography, photography, editing, so I'm just like a creative all over, so.
Nice. And what kind of woman are you looking for today?
Honestly, an intellectual woman, but someone that I'm attracted to, but yet I can stimulate conversations with.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna bring the ladies out. Before we get started, I wanna let you know. So Hazel is gonna be the red bottle, Jody's gonna be the yellow bottle, and then Kylie is gonna be the blue bottle. So we're gonna bring the ladies out and we'll get started.
Okay.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of information on the ladies. We have Hazel up first. She's 27 and she's a product manager. Then we have Jody, she's 30 and she's a radiology tech. And then we have Kylie, she's 27 and she's an office manager. So that's a little bit of information about them. So we're gonna get started with round one. We're gonna start with Hazel. Hazel, can you describe to me your physical type?
Oh, I usually go for someone who is a little bit more fit, goes to the gym regularly, and usually on the taller side. But every now and then I mix it up with a dad bod or something.
Okay, I like that. Okay, and Jody, go ahead. What's your physical type?
I'm gonna piggyback off of Hazel's answer. Like, she really hit it on the head. I love a tall, dark, handsome man, but every now and then it just doesn't work out that way.
Okay, last but not least, Kylie, can you describe your physical type for me?
My physical type, and I would hate to be an echo, but definitely tall.
Okay.
Definitely nice smile. Definitely great body.
Okay, I like that. Do you think any of them described you, Jalen?
I mean, I didn't hear the last thing Kylie said. What did she say? What was the last thing?
She kind of piggybacked off the other ladies. So
Okay.
she likes someone that's like pretty fit, but she did say, Kylie, you said you were open to like skin tone, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, so she's open.
Okay.
Who you feel like, based off of those answers, you want to pour in first? All the way?
All the way.
It's okay. Perfect. All right, we're getting started. All right, so then we're gonna move on to question 2 on round 1. Starting with Kylie, would you consider yourself a submissive woman or a dominant woman?
I would say that I'm interchangeable between the two. I feel like it's a time and a place for everything. And, as women in this society, sometimes you have to be a little dominant, but I feel like knowing how to flow between both is definitely a skill to have.
Nice, I like that answer. All right, so then we're gonna go to Jody. Are you a submissive woman or do you tend to be more dominant?
I agree with Kylie. There's a time and place for everything, but I feel like overall I am absolutely submissive. I think that just comes from my background,
What's your background?
I'm traditionally like Vietnamese, so Asian women they tend to be very submissive,
Nice.
different cultures and
okay.
stuff like that. Like, we take care and cater to our men, so.
I like that. Okay, and Hazel, what about you?
I would agree with the first 2 answers. However, it depends on, again, the context. So with my career, I would say I'm definitely more dominant. But then in a relationship, it ebbs and flows. Like, there are times when I want to be a little bit more submissive. It just depends on what's happening.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts about those before you pour up?
No, I got a decision.
Oh, okay. Got a decision. Alrighty. I like that. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna move on to the last question in round number 1. And we're gonna start with Hazel. What is one trait that your man has to have? Something about him that you feel like this person that I'm talking to has to have that?
I would say the ability to not only set goals, but to demonstrate that they're able to achieve them. I'm at a point in my life where I have done a lot for myself, and I'm not looking for someone who has not been able to accomplish their own things, make their own way, and that can come in a number of formats, not just like career. So that's probably the biggest one for me.
I like that. I like that. Let's go to Kali before we go to Jody. What is one trait that your man has to have?
Piggybacking off of what Hazel said, definitely has to be ambitious. You have to have drive. Same like she said, I'm a hard worker. So there's times where you get with someone and it's like, that's cool, but like, I'm up in the morning and you're in the bed at 12 p.m. It's not really a good match. So definitely just has to be ambitious about whatever it is that you want to do.
Okay, someone that's a hard worker. I like that. And Jody, to round us off, is there any traits that you feel like your man has to have?
Yes, just being a little older now and experiencing what I've experienced, I just want someone who's not angry with life. Like, I just want him to be calm, peaceful with everything that he does, whether good or bad. You know, we all make
Someone
mistakes.
jovial.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
Someone lighthearted, absolutely.
Okay, I like that. You have any thoughts about those answers?
That one was tough.
That one was tough.
Yeah.
It's a lot of piggybacking, but what do you think?
It's a tie between these two,
Okay.
but
Try to get another one.
it's like playing Jenga.
I know.
But I think I like this answer more.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right, so we're going to move to round 2. And we are going to start with Hazel. Do you believe in second chances? If someone has done something wrong, something to hurt you, do you believe, depending on what it is, that you can give them a second chance, or you're one and done?
I think it depends on when it happens, to be honest, and what it is. Because if it's something small like miscommunication or something, I think early on that's something that can be worked through. But if it's something like cheating, obviously is a deal breaker for me. but I mean, especially when you've already like built up a relationship and you've been with someone for a few months, like I think that no one is perfect. I'm not a perfect person, so I think you have to give grace both ways. And so, you know, second chances, that can mean a variety of things. But yes, I think, you know, ultimately, depending on what it is, I'm open to second chances.
Alrighty. And then for Jody, are you a person that believes in second chances, or are you like one and done, very strict?
I guess it depends. It's really hard answering these questions behind these ladies because we kind of have the similar mindset. But
That's good. That's good.
yeah, I want to say like I am a bit more forgiving now than I was before. I used to be one and done. I don't take showers and put on the same clothes, you know. So, but you know, I can look past a lot of things. You know, I'm a little bit more mature now, and you know, we all make mistakes, like I said. So,
Okay.
depending on what it is,
Okay.
second chances are definitely a big thing for me.
And then for Kali, do you believe in second chances, or are you a one and done type of girl?
I believe it's circumstantial, like they said. But like Jody said, everybody deserves, you know, a second chance. We're not perfect, as Hazel said, but it is circumstantial. Some things are just like, okay, if you let this slide.
What if he
then-
forgot your birthday?
Ooh.
He was busy, he was at work, he came home late, and he's really, really sorry he forgot your birthday, Kali.
I mean, you can be sorry, but like the birthday is crazy. Like I'm very big on celebrating, so yeah, forgetting a birthday is that's insane. That's insane. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's kind of crazy.
Jalen, after that, have you decided? I know they're pretty much the same, but you know, all women are looking
Yeah,
for it. You
I
know.
decided though.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Jenga's not playing with me today.
Nice. We are pouring it up over here. So we're gonna move on to the second question in round number 2. And let's switch it up. Let's start with Kali. What is the most romantic thing that you have done for your partner?
The most romantic thing.
The most romantic thing.
I don't know if others would describe it as romantic. I would more so say it was very intentional. But like I said, I'm very big on holidays, and he didn't really care for Christmas because that was around the time somebody in his family had passed away, and that was a very big holiday for that person. So I made it a thing to, you know, have us go out and do something, get him out the house, out the funk of it all. And then I made like it was like a glass keepsake situation, and I had their face like etched onto the glass with like a quote just about, you know, staying positive during this time and that person is always with you. So every Christmas he could just look at that keepsake and have that. So I feel like that was a very romantic thing.
That was
I did.
very thoughtful.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, Jody, what is something romantic that you have done for your partner?
I don't know if this would be considered romantic, but it was very intimate. It was around Valentine's Day, I believe, and
I hope not this year.
no. This is absolutely not.
Okay,
That was
go
yesterday. No, this is a couple years ago. I just wrote a couple of love notes, like maybe like 10 to 15 different reasons why I love this man, like I appreciate them. And I just put in different places around his apartment where I knew he would go to and we'll see it. And I would mark on the piece of paper like 1 out of 15 so he knew to go find them, so. And he kept it for a couple of years, so I feel like that was a good little, a good little deed.
I like that. Okay, go ahead, Hazel. What is the most romantic thing that you've done for your partner?
I was in a long-term relationship, and my partner and I had never traveled together, and he was also very big into UFC fights, so I got us tickets to a San Antonio UFC fight, and I had a bunch of hotel points and everything, and we split the flights and everything, and we spent a weekend in San Antonio, went to the fight, did a bunch of cute stuff. Neither of us had ever been there before, so that was probably the most romantic thing I've done for someone for his birthday.
Okay, Hazel, I'm gonna have to make you my girlfriend. I like that. I like a trip. Okay, what do you think so far? Those are some great answers. Before you pour up, I want to hear what you think about those answers because those are really, really romantic and very thoughtful.
Yeah, it's very thoughtful, but knowing the type of person I am, I took time to learn my own emotions and what I need in a person, and I'm an active service type of person.
Okay.
So hearing what I heard, it triggered my active service where I'm like, I know exactly who spoke it.
Okay, I like it. Go ahead and pour up. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna end off round number 2, and I want to start with Hazel. When there is an issue going on in a relationship, do you address the issue head on, or do you feel like you want to wait and cool down? How do you handle that type of conflict?
So I used to be a very reactive person, and I have done a lot of work on myself over the last few years to kind of take a beat, process my emotions, figure out what exactly is going on before acting rashly. So usually when there's a conflict in any type of relationship, friendship or romantic, or whatever, I usually take a pause, figure out what exactly is the root cause of my emotions, and then address it. I am a direct person, so once I'm ready to address it, it will be addressed. I just usually like to take a beat first.
What's your sign, Hazel?
I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, okay, interesting. All right. And we're gonna go to Jody. How do you address conflict in relationships? Are you the type of person to address it right then and there, or would you like to wait?
I'm a retired crash out. I used to react almost immediately, and over the past few years, I realized that was not good for my nervous system. Anybody in the situation, it wasn't good for anything. So now I'm a lot more patient. I like to take some time apart, come back level-headed whenever we can express and speak how we feel to each other. That's when we'll come together and speak.
So no more Hurricane Jody.
No more tsunami. Yeah, tsunamis.
All right, Kali, how do you handle conflict in your relationships? Do you address it head on, right then and there, or would you like to wait?
Like I said before, time and place is everything. I can be reactive too, but I know that every time and all the time is not a good time. But there is a little je ne sais quoi to it, because I feel like if you wait too long, then it starts to fester and then it might snowball
Resentment.
into a whole thing. Right. So you have to be diligent on finding the right time. Right then might be a good time. Usually not though. But a few hours later, okay. A day later, okay. But once we start getting into weeks and months, it's just at this point, how long were you holding this anger in? So definitely wait a little second, let it cool down, fill out the vibes, and then go from there.
Okay, all right. What do you think?
Oof, okay.
They answered that really,
I
really
know,
good.
I
There's
know,
a lot of
I
girls
know. We like making it
on
hard
that side of the room.
I know,
Very
that's why
similar.
this is I'm used to pouring, oh yeah, I know what I want, but then it's okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Draw 4, okay.
Just reverse card.
Know what you got.
Man, my gut been it's been steering me wrong.
You may have
So
to
hopefully I got the right one this time.
Okay.
Whew. Yodeling.
Choices.
Right.
Jeez.
So we're gonna do round 3, and in God Chemistry fashion, after the 3rd round, if there's an additional question that Jalen wants to ask, he's free to do so, but if he's made out his mind, then we're gonna move to the match. So for round number 3, question number 1, starting with Kali, are you looking for something serious or casual for your time frame right now?
Definitely serious. I feel like we're all at the age where casual is a little crazy. Like,
Yeah.
so definitely serious.
Okay, I like that. And then for Jody,
Eventually something serious. My end goal is to, of course, be married, have kids, settle down.
but you're openly dating right now.
Not necessarily. I'm open to building relationships. I feel like that's a more realistic way to approach situations, not going headstrong into, well, I like you, like, what are we? Like that's, chill out, Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now.
All right. And then we'll round it off with Hazel. Are you looking for something serious or are you looking for something casual?
I would say definitely serious, but piggybacking off of what Jody said, in my dating experience in Atlanta, guys are either way too casual or they're like, I want to have kids this year, and you're like, whoa. So definitely a happy medium. Want to build something first before jumping into all the milestones.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Are you ready to pour up?
Yeah. But just the tricky ones. Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. This is a little spicy, but I'm actually want to start in the middle. Let's start with Jody. What is your most toxic trait? I know you got one.
Oh, I do. I'm trying to
Go ahead and pull it out.
going through them right
We
now.
want to make sure he knows what he's getting himself into. Go ahead and pull out the toxic trait for me, Jody. What you working with?
I think my most toxic trait is staying in a situation too long. I have a bad habit of seeing potential in a lot of people more than they see in themselves, and I feel like that puts me in the worst situations because it keeps me in a situation longer than I need to, and I get too attached, and I don't want to let go because I've invested into these people. I've put time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears, and it's just hard for me to let go at that point. So I feel like that's my biggest toxic trait.
Thank you for being vulnerable. Okay, and Kali, what is your most toxic trait?
I feel like me and Jody, we didn't live the same life. To not say the same exact thing, I would say that my toxic trait is that I am very emotional. I feel very deeply. And a lot of guys, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's some that, that might scare them off if they're like avoidant or they don't do good with mature conversation. So I would say definitely me being emotional. If I feel things like I want to communicate that, I want to be 100% like letting you know what I'm feeling and how I'm feeling, but also checking in with how you feel and what you feel, because guys' emotions are important too.
Yeah, I like that. And then we'll round it off with Hazel.
I-
What's your most toxic trait, if you have one?
I would also agree that I've stayed too long in the past in relationships, and I think that's why now too, like especially on first dates, like I try to be really honest with myself from the jump, like this is not gonna work, and I try to just rip the Band-Aid off immediately if I get that gut feeling. But to add another one, I would say at this point in my life, I'm very independent. I have a very good career that I've built for myself. I have friends that I see regularly. I'm busy with my dog. And so I'm looking for someone who also has things that will keep them occupied, I guess, too. During the week, I'm not gonna dedicate my whole life to this person. I'm looking for a healthy, supportive, kind, loving addition and not something to completely become my entire life at this point.
I like that. I love that. Okay. Okay, based off of those answers, what are you thinking?
There's two strong ones that I like, but I'm just gonna go here.
Okay. Alrighty. All right, so I want to ask one last question and then open the floor to you.
Sure.
Okay, so I want to ask the ladies. I have a couple of questions, but I'm trying to figure out which one I want to ask you guys to kind of end out round 3. But I want to know, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? And you could give me a small synopsis. Where do you see your life going? And I'll start with Hazel.
So I definitely see myself staying in Georgia. I honestly might move closer to the city. Right now I'm in Marietta, and I originally moved there because my job was up in Calhoun, Georgia, and I was not going to move from Milwaukee to northern rural Georgia. But because I'm young and everything, I think it's important or would be exciting to experience more of like the downtown metro vibe. But outside of that, I will continue to have my dog, Sawyer, of course, maybe get a house so he has a yard to play in, and then continue like working on my career, climbing the corporate ladder. So
Nice. Okay, Jody, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Definitely more successful than I am. This is the most successful I've been in my entire life. So I just.
What does success look like to you?
Financially stable.
Okay.
Being able to take care of my family. Traveling a lot more, and just being able to utilize my time to do what Jody wants to do. And I feel like that's very important as someone who used to dedicate their time to other people, you know, staying in situations that doesn't serve me. So I'm serving myself, and in the next 5 years, I see that being elevated in all aspects.
Okay, and Colleen?
Okay, in 5 years, I see myself, you know, like a little high-rise situation over the city, floor-to-ceiling windows. I see a master's degree.
A master's in what?
In emerging media from University of Georgia. I see myself with a new career that makes 6 digits. You know, hey. Definitely, I'm not sure about children just yet, but I feel like in 5 years I'll definitely be a lot more serious and intentional about children. Definitely able to help my family out more financially and being debt-free and just living life.
Nice. Okay, I like that. Now, I do have one more vial, and I don't want you to use the vial on that question. That was just to get you to know them. Do you have a question? Because I know she...
Yeah.
Do you have a question that you want to ask the ladies, and we'll use that last file?
So earlier I mentioned my love language, and I want to know their love language, and I want to know why they think it stems for them for that love language.
Okay, I like that. Let's start with Kali. What is your love language?
I can only choose one?
Well, you could choose multiple, but tell us why. Give us a top 2 if you have.
Okay, yep, I can do that. So my top 2 would be gifts and acts of service.
Okay.
I feel like it kind of goes hand in hand because it's a gift to have somebody in your corner that like can help you out whenever you have too much on your plate. As far as gifts, I love giving gifts. I love receiving gifts. I love Christmas and birthdays. So it's really important to me, like seeing people's facial expressions when they see that you got them something that's intentional, something that helps them, and vice versa. Of course, I feel like it's, especially in this economy, for someone to take their hard-earned money or their time that they can't get back and dedicate that to giving or showing you something that they know will put a smile on your face is very genuine and amazing to me. Acts of service, I'm also an acts of service girly as well. I like to help people out, sometimes to a fault, but definitely just those 2 being the top 2, and just always having someone who is down to help you instead of being like, oh, well, you have this issue, good luck.
Right. Okay, I like that. Jody, can you give me your top 2, if you have it, love languages?
My love languages have to be quality time spent and acts of services as well. Acts of services because I feel like that can be like speaking life into you, you know, seeing.
No, that's words of affirmation.
Oh, is it?
Yes, so it's words of affirmation.
It might be words of affirmation then.
Okay.
I just love when people are able to see me for who I am and, you know, speak life into me in the ways that will help me thrive and keep me going on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, nice.
And then quality time spent because if I'm in a relationship, I like to be under my man, so.
That's right. That's right. Okay,
in your
Hazel.
skin.
Okay, Hazel, you can round it out for me. What is your love language?
My love languages are quality time and acts of service. So quality time, same thing. Like I just enjoy being in the vicinity and presence of the person I'm seeing in general. We don't have to be talking, we don't have to be touching, although I would prefer it. But then acts of service, because I spent a lot of time dating people that were really inconsiderate, and like that's something where I felt like I was the one putting all of the energy in and all of the time and everything into it. And now going forward, like I really look for someone who is willing to, and it can be small things, but like acts of service is huge for me, and being a considerate person is so important to me.
I love that. Okay.
Can I ask one more?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I don't really care about the person of your past. I just care about how you think about it with this question.
Okay.
What was your most memorable date and why?
Okay.
Like, why was it your favorite date?
Okay, so I guess we'll start with Hazel. What was your favorite date, I guess, with someone from your past, or just the past person that you dated before, and why?
Last year I went on a date where we went paddleboarding, and that was really fun because it was something that like you just don't see people planning for. One, like he helped plan it and everything, so he took the initiative, and he knew that I like being outdoors, so it was like very considerate of, hey, the weather is nice, let's go do this. And then two, like he had never gone paddleboarding before, so he was putting himself out of his comfort zone for something that he knew I enjoyed doing, which was being outside and paddleboarding out in the water. So that was really nice, and we just got the quality time to chit chat while hanging out. So
Okay, so I heard initiative and that he was willing to do a new experience that you enjoyed. Okay, I got that. And Jody, for you, what was a date in the past that you enjoyed and why?
I took someone to go see one of their favorite artists, Stevie Wonder.
Oh.
And it was almost surreal for them because, Stevie Wonder is getting older, so you'd never know when's the last time you're gonna see one of your idols. So being able to do that for them and seeing their reaction, just taking it all in just made me feel good about myself, good about the date. They were really appreciative about it, so that was probably the most memorable date that I've been on.
Okay, so she took someone on a memorable date to see someone as talented and as awesome as Stevie Wonder, so that's awesome. And Kali, for you, what was a date in the past that you enjoyed, either that you initiated or someone did for you, and why?
The most memorable date that I was on, I was working a job at the time that was very, very, very stressful. So he took the initiative. He was like, don't worry about it. I'll plan out everything. Just pay attention to your phone. So I was like, oh, okay. And the first spot was to a massage parlor, and it was so nice. It was so freaking nice.
Any happy endings?
Oh, no. It did.
Just kidding.
But
We don't do that here in Atlanta. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kali.
It was really nice though. And then when I went to go, they told me he had already paid for it, and I went to tip, and they was like, no need to tip. He already handled the tip and everything. And I was like, oh, wow. And then part two, I love to paint and draw. So the part two was the painting with a twist. And it was like, I guess it was couples night that night. And so it was like all the couples and the wines and the music and just very intentional and cute. And then after that, it was a dinner date to this restaurant that I had casually brought up, just saying, oh, I want to go there. And
all in one day?
All in one day, like literally back to back to back. So yeah, I was like, what? So that was definitely the best date I've been on.
Alrighty, so with that being said, we got one more pour up.
Yeah. Plot thickens.
Alrighty. All right, so one of these things is not like the other. I feel like you have made a decision on who you wanted to match with. Did you want to lock that in before we put in the potion?
Yeah, I want to lock her in. I want to lock her in. Honestly, I already knew my answer before. I just wanted to know how she thought.
Okay, I like that. So go ahead and put the baking soda to activate the love potion, and we're gonna see if we have a match.
Okay. Biology wasn't or chemistry wasn't my greatest subject, so
we got a lot of chemistry here.
No fire is gonna blow up or nothing, right?
No.
Hopefully
Alrighty, I love that. Alrighty, Jalen, so you have chosen to match with the first girl, Hazel. So we're gonna bring her out here in just a moment to see if that connection is a love match. Alrighty, so we have a match. Hazel, if you wanna come around so we can see if it's mutual.
hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, so we have Hazel right here and Jalen. If y'all want to shake some hands.
Hi, nice to
Jalen,
meet you.
nice to meet you.
Alrighty, so based off the initial physical attraction, what are we feeling? Do you like what you see?
Yes, yeah.
And for you, Jalen?
Yes, you're very beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's gorgeous, and her name is Hazel for her eyes. All right, so we got a match! Yay! Okay, so you guys are free to exit the lab, and we'll do chemistry corner in just a moment.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
You're very beautiful, but I don't know. I'm sorry. I love your answers. Your answers connect with me very well. I feel like part of me is kind of stuck on like knowing kind of like precisely what I like and everything. I don't know if we're going to actually be a match per se.
No, that's okay.
You know?
Well, the match is just to see if you would get a drink with the person.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I am willing to get a drink with you.
Okay.
You know, if you're down,
Okay,
so.
that's
And
what the match
to
is.
get you know more.
Yeah. We're all strangers here, I
Yeah,
promise.
yeah,
okay.
we are, yeah.
So you guys are free to exit, and we'll do chemistry corner in a second. Go ahead.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Welcome to the Chemistry Corner. I'm your host, Alexis, and this is where we like to talk to the matches to see if we can really get something sparked up. So I have Hazel right here. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. And Jalen, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Did you
thank
enjoy the experiment?
Of course.
It was nice. It was nice. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the point of the chemistry corner is just to go over like a little game of this or that, just to see if we really got some chemistry here. So one of the first questions I want to ask, and I'm going to start with you, Hazel. Do you like comedy movies or do you prefer scary movies?
Oh, comedy. Yes.
Okay, you like to laugh?
I mean, I like to laugh. I do like a psychological thriller though.
Oh, what's the last psychological thriller that you watched?
I watch, is it called His and Hers on Netflix?
Oh,
that show.
was really good.
That was really good.
Have you ever seen Insidious?
No,
That's
I don't.
actually-
I'm a screamer when it comes to jump scares.
Okay, okay. You might want to put that on the list. Maybe you guys can watch that together. It's actually really good.
Okay.
And what about you? Do you prefer comedy or scary movies?
Ooh, I guess I'm gonna go comedy because I feel like scary movies actually make me more upset because like it will be because it'll be things where it's like obviously like if you go that way you're gonna die and they're like I'm going towards the killer, like you know. Like,
That makes sense. Okay. All right. So how about, and I'll start with you. Do you think in new relationships or when you're getting to know somebody, would you discuss past relationships or you feel like we're not going to talk about the past? Are you open or not open with that?
I'm open to it. I feel like even thinking about like the episode and everything is like I want to know less about your past of who that person was, but more of how you think and what you learned out of that lesson from that person.
Okay.
You know, if you can tell me how you think, it tells me how much you matured and what you learned from that before I know if I have my partner with me.
Okay. Okay. So you are open to discussing the past?
Yes.
Okay. What about you? Is that on the table or like no?
Yes, I would say discussing the past is definitely on the table. Similar reasons as to what Jalen said, but also I think, you know, when you get to a certain age, like being able to talk about like being in relationships in the past is important because some of the like fundamentals, it's important to learn that and work through those things. And you know, your first relationship, you have so many anxieties and feelings and everything, and being able to talk through like not only that you went through that, but also what Jalen was saying, like what happens afterwards, like do you grow from that or not? So
okay, and then let me ask you, do you prefer to text or you're a phone call person? So after we leave here, would you prefer Jalen to text you or would you prefer him to call you?
he can do either.
Oh!
I'll say too, like I leave voice memos sometimes because
Okay.
I like being able to share like tone of voice.
Nice.
And I'm a yapper, so
Okay, Jalen, you got a mouthful with her. What about you?
No, I feel like I'm a yapper as well.
Okay.
So it works for me.
Okay.
You know, I work in a profession where I get a lot of emails, a lot of messages, a lot of demands and everything. So when you text me, it fades away unintentionally.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how much I'm into you, it fades away because you're emotionally, you're mentally exhausted.
Okay.
But you know, if you call me, if you want to just show up, those things work for me. You know, like
Nice.
I like to either see my person or just talk on the phone with a person for hours and hours.
Alrighty, so are you more of a brunch person or a dinner person? If you had to choose, would you prefer to have something for breakfast or something for dinner?
I do love a good brunch.
It's nice.
But I
isn't
also
it?
have a sweet tooth, and like that can come after dinner. So, but brunch I usually get sweet versus savory, so I'll go with brunch.
What about you? Are you a brunch person or are you a dinner person?
I feel like a copycat. Ooh, I'm a brunch person because I love breakfast. I can do late night breakfast. It can be 3 a.m. I'll go to Waffle House. You know, like I just love breakfast at any time of day.
Okay, well, I have seen what I need to see. And on behalf of Got Chemistry and the Flying Biscuit, we are going to sponsor the first date. So the first date will be on Got Chemistry and the Flying Biscuit. So I'm really excited to see where things go. So that was it for Chemistry Corner, and I will be checking in with you guys to see how far this goes, okay?
Okay.
All right, you guys are all set.
Thank you.
Thank you.